Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Cougs. Today, pregame warm-up for BYU versus Arizona State. Although honestly, due to when I'll be posting this, seems like it might be more of a halftime type thing. But yeah, whenever you watch this, if you end up watching this, I'm glad to have you here. Big game today. I'm going to try to keep this one quick. Sorry, today's kind of crazy. Been preparing for a little road trip thing, and so yeah, don't know exactly when I'll be able to post the post game either. But yeah, so yeah, first of all, taking a look all around everything that's been happening in college football to start with. For one thing, good news for BYU. SMU continues to play well, winning 33-7 against Virginia. Very happy with that. Also, big game of the day, Ohio State beat Indiana. So Indiana undefeated no more. I believe that only leaves two undefeated teams left in Army and Oregon. Army, a team that could also fall, so we might be down to just undefeated Oregon by the end of the day. So yeah, that's the outlook on that. Another notable game to take note of is that currently Ole Miss is trailing against Florida, and so that could be good news for the Cougs. Ole Miss is one of the teams ahead of BYU, so I think if Ole Miss loses today, BYU wins, BYU jumps them. So yeah, big scenario there. Now, of course, biggest news of the day, and in my opinion, best achievement all time in BYU athletics. BYU men's and women's cross country sweep the national titles. Just amazing, incredible. I watched both races, very gutsy. Very tough. And yeah, winning both of those, so exciting. And yeah, two national championships in the same day. Very rare are all across college athletics. I believe in cross country that BYU is only the sixth, I think either fifth or sixth team to ever do this. So that is just wild. So happy about that. BYU was led with some pretty strong performances. Lexi Halliday on the women's side, taking 13th, and then on the men's side, you had Casey Klingler and coming in at 6th. So lots of excitement there, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to dive more into this in the post game. I believe that this definitely deserves to be talked about a little more due to time. I'm not gonna focus on it too much right now, but yeah, in my opinion, one of the greatest moments all time BYU sports. So excited to dive deeper later today. Looking forward to that. Now taking a look at this game, a lot on the line here. Some people are calling this one of the biggest games since 1984. I don't know if I'd quite say that, but it's definitely huge. At this point, probably a play-in game, pretty much to the Big 12 title game. So, yeah, so excited. And yeah, in my opinion, this is a game that's going to come down a lot to what the BYU offense does. Truth be told, just like from what I've seen from Arizona State overall, really solid offense, but overall not an offense that has been putting up a ton of points. They definitely got some playmakers, especially Cam Scadaboo, one of the best running backs in the Big 12. And so he's really tough to bring down. He gets through contact, gets those extra yards. So yeah, got to contain him. But I think a lot of it's going to come down to what the offense does. I feel like the BYU defense should solidly hold Arizona State somewhere in the range of 24 to 31 points. And so I feel like it's going to come down to the offense. And this is a really good offense. I think that people are forgetting after, these last 2 weeks, yes, have had their struggles. But truth be told, BYU's offense still very high-powered. And yeah, I would not be surprised to see them have a great game again. Okay, so now diving into key factors for this game. I'm going to start on the offensive side and say they need to be just overall, I don't know, I like doing broad categories, that way I can include as much as possible. I'm going to say just like taking advantage of opportunities. And this is something I feel like we saw that really hurt them last week. Drop passes, failing to score touchdowns in the red zone. I feel like that's probably the biggest one. Like, you just got to take advantage of your opportunities, got to get points, got to make the plays that are available for you, especially when you're playing in a game against another high-quality opponent. You can't afford to make too many mistakes, so got to take advantage of opportunities. Number two, I'm going to say this one on the defensive side, gap integrity. This is something that I noticed was lacking at times in both of the last games against Kansas and Utah. Yeah, got to be in your gaps on the defensive line. Linebackers got to do that as well. Everyone's got to be in the right place, have proper leverage. Yeah, and the reason I say that is just because I feel really confident in this BYU defense as a group of tacklers. Of course, have there been missed tackles? Yes. Have there been tackles broken? Yes. Is Cam Scadaboo probably going to break some tackles no matter how well you tackle? Yes. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you are in your right gap, if you're in the place you need to be, you're fundamental like that, I think you at least slow him down and don't let him break off big plays. So I think that's going to be critical, and yeah, I think that the Cougars do that. If they do that, then this is a game that is very winnable. And then for my third deciding factor for this game, I'm going back to the offensive side. Like I said, I think a lot of this is going to come down to what the offense does. And I personally think it's going to be really important to get some big plays. You know what? You're coming off a tough loss, playing on the road, all these things. I think you need some momentum, because what we've seen from this BYU team is when this team has momentum, they're very hard to stop. We saw it against Kansas State. Just picked up a little momentum, blew them out. We saw it against Arizona, UCF. Momentum makes a big difference in, making those big plays on offense. Big gainers, very critical, very critical. All right, so now ending with predictions. Of course, my score prediction, as well as first my bold prediction. My bold prediction for this game. This one might be a little wild, but I'm saying I think LJ Martin, BYU's starting running back, is going to outrush Cam Scadaboo. Which I know might sound kind of crazy, but in my mind, I kind of think I could see this game going a lot like the one between BYU Wisconsin 2018, at least rushing wise. Jonathan Taylor of Wisconsin came into the game very heralded, but then got outrushed by Squally Canada. I think BYU does that again. Comes in with the less hyped up running back, but he's about to go crazy out there. And my final score prediction, I think Arizona State's a really tough team. It's at their place, not the most hopeful scenario, but this BYU team, they are going to bounce back. They're going to get that win. Final score prediction, I'm going to go with 34-28. So yeah, Cougs take a dub. Put themselves in a front-runner position to make the playoffs. Well, sorry, no, to make the conference championship game and then potentially the playoffs. So yeah, let's go Cougs.